Hey folks, Lever here once again. Welcome back to another Batman video. Hope you enjoyed my review of Batman Gotham Knight. And look forward to some more Batman animated reviews tonight. Which I'm doing a Batman review tonight, animated review. We've got some more coming this weekend for tomorrow and hopefully Sunday. By the way, I just want to mention there was a live stream. If some of y'all saw, that wasn't me. That was my dad by accident. I've been trying to get a new webcam and better audio for my channel. He accidentally clicked it live, so that's why you saw him there for a minute. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, he didn't know what he was doing, but sorry about that. And no one took it over my channel. You know, in case Joshua, you know, my friend Josh, from Future Filmmaker, was wondering, no one's taking over my channel. But anyway, I just want to clarify that. So anyway, I hope y'all been having a good week. I know it's probably going to be a busy month for me at work. I've had 3 people on vacation, and it's just been crazy at work. Then was supposed to be coming extra early, which I didn't. I don't really feel like it. Just too tired. But anyway, continuing with the Batman anime reviews. Like I said, it's been Phase 3. It's been the Batman anime reviews. Just Batman standalone films. The last one was Batman Gotham Knight. So, this time I'm reviewing. This film is also an action thriller, but it's also a direct-to-video Batman animated film that came out in 2010, and it is also the 8th film in the DC Universe animated version of movies, and that is Batman Under the Red Hood. I love this movie. I thought it was really great. I loved it. Really a good story, and there will be spoilers in this review, so if you've never seen Batman Under the Red Hood or know about the character of Jason Todd, there will be spoilers in here, so I'm just giving everybody a heads up, So if you haven't seen Batman Under the Red Hood, turn this video off right now and come back and watch it another time if you watch the movie via HBO Max. Definitely watch it on HBO Max, because don't watch it because you don't want to spoil the movie for yourself in case you don't know about the character of Red Hood and who he is and his connection to Batman and the story. So I've never read the comic, but the movie gives you details about it a little bit. But anyway, I'll get into the film itself. So like I said, it's the 8th film. The writer, it's written by John Riddick, also wrote the Under the Red Hood, one of the monthly Batman comic the film is based on. Yeah. Talk about the character of Jason Todd. For those that don't know, Jason Todd was the second Robin, I believe, after Dick Grayson retired and became Nightwing. Batman called him still, he was a troubled kid. From what I heard, Jason had a bit of a bad history. His mother was a drug addict, I guess. And I guess you can say that he became the second Robin, and he was good as a kid, but as Jason grew a little older, he became more brutal and stuff. And he wants to start killing. He wants to kill the Joker, and Batman, of course, won't cross that line. So, of course, because he's that moral but Jason has to go in it for himself. And from what I heard, a lot of audiences, well, not audiences, but fans, hated this character so much they wanted him killed off. So that's what they did. Joker killed him off and beat him with a crowbar, and eventually he became the Red Hood. So, and decides to, take it into his own hands to be a criminal. And of course the third Robin was going to be Tim Drake. And of course, if you play that in Arkham Knight, the Arkham Knight is Jason Todd. So, The film was released on July 27, 2010 and received highly positive reviews from critics who praised its plot, animation, and focus on storytelling. It's generally considered to be one of the best DC, and I agree. And it's also one of the best Batman films, in my opinion. The film grossed over $12 million in domestic home video sales, making it one of the highest grossing DC animated films. It got good reviews. You have Batman Death in the Family, which is an interactive movie. The music score is by Christopher Drake. And the film has about 18 tracks. The film is directed by Brendan Filty, written by Judd Wink. It's based on Batman of the Red Hood, comic book by Judd Winick and Doug Manek. Produced by Bruce Timm and Bobby Page. Edited by Margaret Hu. Music is by Christopher Drake. It's distributed by Warner Home Video. It was released July 27, 2010. In the voice cast, Bruce Greenwood voices Bruce Wayne Batman, Jason Higgles as Jason Todd, Red Hood, Alexander Martel as young Jason, Vincent Martel as a teenager Jason Todd, Robin, John Digmego as Joker, Neil Patrick Harris as Dick Grayson, Nightwing, Jason Isaacs as Ra's al Ghul, Wade Williams as Roman Sionis, Black Mask, Jim Pettick as Alfred Pennyworth, Gary Cole as Commissioner James Gordon, uncredited, Carl Alcatraz as Shishi, Robert Caldwell as Leon, Brian George as Ra's al Ghul's assistant, Kelly Hu as Miss Lee, Phil Lamore as Rick, Kevin Michael Richardson as Tyler Blanford, Dwight Schultz as Freddy, Fred Turris as Mercenary, Andrea Romanoff as Reporter, Bruce Timm as Riddler, Michael Villanelle as Reporter 3. Okay. And the plot synopsis of the movie. The plot synopsis is that this time in Batman Under the Red Hood, Batman faces a criminal, a new vigilante in Gotham called Red Hood, who does not go by Batman's code. He wants to clean up Gotham as well, but he doesn't follow Batman's moral code not to kill. He kills brutally. He ups and murders brutally too, and but doing this, and Batman has to, of course, go up against Red Hood and stop him from, what he's doing, because he's a vigilante that's gone too far, that he's murdering. And with that, though, Batman, Bruce Wayne, of course, Bruce reopens old wounds, and that, of course, it has to do with Jason Todd, like I said, who is the Red Hood, and, of Jason being murdered. So Batman must, of course, take Red Hood Jason down, his old partner, his old friend down. So, yeah, but a really good movie, really good plot. I get more into the movie, but that's the plot synopsis for you. It might be a late night review, but it's Friday night. And I'm not working tomorrow or Sunday, so I got plenty of time to do some Batman animated reviews. I got to review quite a bit of them, so why not just go ahead and get to them? Alright. So, let's just get into the movie itself. Ra's al Ghul pretty much hires the Joker to help him with his latest terrorist scheme, but he soon regrets it because Joker eventually kidnaps Robin, and he's beating him with a crowbar, and Joker's teasing him, and he's like, "What? I can't hear you," because Jason's like, and then trying to teach Jason, Jason spits his blow on Joker. Like, no, the last boy wanted to have some manners, and he beats him up. He's like, "Well, have a good time, Jason." And Jason, even though all the pain he is from being beaten up, tries to, escape out of a locked building, but there's a bomb in there. Batman is driving this cool motorcycle, Batman eventually rushes to the building, but too late, it blows up, and he's got Jason's body. He's his body and his arm. And about 5 years later in Gotham City, we have the vigilante, of course, crime lord Red Hood, who's assembled these meetings with the city's top thugs and dealers and stuff and mob bosses, telling them they work for him, that he's taking over the drug trade, that they work for him now and him alone, that they're going to do what he says, and if they fool you, he's got like a machine gun, and he's like, you're going to do what I say because I will kill you, you know that, right? And I do like his, Red Hood's mask, and, Red Hood throws the bag at them. You don't see what's in the bag, but of course it's these other mob bosses. He pretty much cut off their heads and put it in the bag and says, "This is going to be you." And so they're like, okay, 40% of the business belongs to him now. So they get protection from Batman and another big crime lord, Black Mask, Roman Sionis. Well, those heads were their lieutenants. So, but then later on, you have the docs. Batman chases these thugs in a moving truck. Of course, I guess stealing something, a cargo. And they're like, "Did we lose them?" And Batman's like, "No, you didn't." And Batman is able to get them out of the truck and says who you work for, and they won't tell him, but they work for the Red Hood. But the truck opens, the box opens, and it reveals an Amazo. It's an android that can copy abilities of metahumans, kind of like Superman or Wonder Woman that copy their powers. And Batman's like, "Your cargo," and Batman, this is what it looks like. And Batman shows up to fly him, and then Nightwing shows up and need help? Okay, maybe we'll just stand here and watch. Nightwing could be a bit of a wise ass in here. I thought that was funny. But it was awesome to see Batman and Nightwing team up and fight the Amazon, like the Amazo, the android can fly, he flies Robin up in the air, Nightwing, gets his katanas and like squeezes him like this, between his head, and eventually, I like it when they both, use like their grapple guns, and they, both like punch him, and Batman has like these bat bombs that he puts in the eyes, and then blows up the Amazon and kills him, which I thought was cool. And then Batman has to tell him, "Who are you working for? Tell me." And he's going to the Amazon, and "Okay, we're working for the Red Hood." But the guy, and then all of a sudden, before they can talk anymore, these two guys, pound, pound, they both die, they all three die, they get killed by Red Hood. Batman sees this, because he has these binoculars, and he goes in the Batwing, and Batman's like, and Nightwing is like, "Okay, I'll clean up here." And then Batman's driving the Nightwing, which, you see driving the Batwing in this movie, the Batwing looks really awesome. And so Batman tries to chase him down, he's driving this, like, blue Corb, kind of looks like a blue Mustang. Batman tries to grab the top of it, but Red Hood is able to, like, get it off or whatever. And he eventually gets away. Batman chases him until he's able to, like, make the Batwing a lot shorter. I thought that was cool, but of course Batman ends up losing him. They go back to the Batcave, and they're analyzing it. Nightwing says that he's able to get footage of the Red Hood, what he looks like. And that the Red Hood, since he's began, that drug trafficking has gone up, and crime has gone down. Batman and Nightwing go to interrogate the Joker about Red Hood. The Joker's like, "Why did..." Joker's just laughing in his face and it's like, "Well, Batman, I killed one of your partners." And then Batman doesn't get mad enough, even picks up Joker, throws him, and starts choking Joker, and Joker's like, "Yeah, come on, you gonna kill me?" And he just laughs about it. Of course, if Joker knows nothing about Red Hood, because, when you see Batman goes to Ace Chemicals, he has a memory of the Joker, that you do flashbacks in him. Because when Joker, who was the unknown criminal, the fellow comedian whose, pregnant wife died, when he said this unknown person, unknown guy who was known with no name, of course, has this Red Hood mask on, and when Batman tries to stop him, the guy falls into the chemicals and becomes the Joker. Yeah. At his headquarters, Black Mask is angry about his episode being destroyed, and he puts a hit on the Red Hood, because the Red Hood's taking over his, drug business, and, he's a threat to him, and he tells one of the men, this new guy for hire is looking at Black Mask. I mean, picture him in, but of course the Black Mask is on his face, and, he's like, "You new kid?" He's like, "Kid, if you lie me again, I'll cut your eyes out." And then he punches him in the face. And they collect over the next incoming shipment. Batman and Red Hood eventually bug the place, and they find out, where the shipment's going to be at. The Red Hood eventually shows up to it and hijacks a helicopter. He steals a helicopter, but Batman and Nightwing shoot a rope at him or whatever, or grapple with a missile. But Red Hood's able to get out of it, and Batman and Nightwing chase him, at least to these rooftops. And Red Hood's able to report Batman, and every time Batman even tries to put a grapple gun, shoot a rope at his foot, but before he can do this, Red Hood really quickly has a knife and he's able to cut the rope really quick. And you think, oh, he won't get far, but he jumps in the skylight on these windows to his train station. Before Batman can catch him, Red Hood has these bombs, and he's like, "Batman, you were good back in the day," or something like that. And Nightwing gets his leg broken, so Bruce thanks him for everything he's done. But Batman and Red Hood realize that somewhat he's just like them, his skills. And Batman, gets a video footage of what, the Red Hood says, and is trying to record his voice on the back computer. The Red Hood says to him, "You haven't let your touch," and he looks some more, he says, "You haven't let your touch, Bruce," and knows that he knows Batman's identity. And then, that movie does with the open leg and cutting it, Batman gives up out of his chair and realizes that it's Jason Todd. And you go to a flashback where Jason Todd, is excited to be the new Robin, and him and Batman go fight and take down the Riddler. But as Jason gets older, he becomes more brutal and even breaks a criminal's collarbone or something like that. And in doing that, Batman gets on to him about it, that he didn't have to do that he went too far. But Robin was like, "Well, he's a crook, he was a criminal, he deserved it," But Batman thinks he's being way too brutal. One of these crime lords, as Black Mask, has his cronies, this criminal is right for Red Hood, they're going to beat him up and kill him, but Red Hood shows up, and, before they put the gun on fire, Red Hood shoots him and puts the gun on fire, and he just runs away from Red Hood. Red Hood's like, "Right, run," And it's a trap, because it's a group called the Fearsome Hand of Four. They attack Red Hood. Red Hood's able to kind of joke around a little bit, but he's able to kind of handle himself for a while, but he eventually gets knocked out until Batman eventually shows up to help him fight. You know, you have a woman, you know, that's got like this mask on, and you know, she fights, she like cuts Red Hood, but he's able to defeat her while Batman helps him out. And then, you know, Red Hood gets captured by one of them with his eye that can, you know, that could shoot a blue beam out, like kind of like Cyclops, but with just one robotic guy. And Batman tries to stop him, but he's able to take Batman down. He almost kills Red Hood, but Red Hood just, you know, grabs an electric shock and puts it in his eye and, you know, murders him. And Batman's like, no, you didn't have to do that. He's like, well, Batman, you wouldn't do it. You won't go that far. How many criminals get away from you? You won't put fear. He's like, Batman, my goal is to control the crime. He wants to control the crime. Red Hood wants to, you know, murder and control the crime as much as possible. And thinks that he's just doing the city a favor by doing what he does, killing and murdering and intimidation. But it was cool to see Batman and Red Hood team up. Batman even asked what happened to him. You know, maybe you shouldn't need help. And Red Hood's like, well, it's too late for me. And then here's what Batman is able to get a blood sample from the Red Hood at the scene, test it in the Batcave, and realize that it is Jason Todd. And he even goes search his body, I mean not his body, but dig up his body, and that the body is a fake, you know. And Batman realizes that Ra's al Ghul has something to do with it, so he goes and interrogates Ra's. And Ra's told him that he thought, you know, he was one of Batman's fights because he wanted to help Batman gain back what he had lost, but Jason, you know, couldn't handle the power of the Lazarus Pit, which, you know, for centuries, for like over 600 years, has kept Ra's alive. But, you know, when Jason gets out of there, he runs away. And then, but later on, I'm sorry, I go over my reviews. We're back at the Black Mask headquarters. Black Mask learns that his shipment was been destroyed by the Red Hood, and basically in a rage, he attacks his own bodyguard. He just, you know, just punches them out one by one. And then a laser sight then trains on his forehead. He's like, we're gonna do something about this Red Hood before and then he sees, and then Red Hood's up with a missile go like this. Or even him shoots it, and Red Hood's like, alright. So he decides that he wants to call in the Joker to help him get rid of the Red Hood. Sets him free. I like him when Joker, you know, Joker's just in there eating chips. Joker's like, can I have water? Joker, eating chips, drinking water. Breaks glass. No, he breaks the glass and stabs one guy, grabs his gun, and pow, 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 shoots like all four of them down. And he's like, alright, I'll help you. But I need a new suit and some guys, not these guys, because they're kind of dead. So, but when Batman leaves Rach's mansion, you know, one of his men says, should we go after him? He's like, oh, don't be kidding, you can't, you know, Rachel's like, don't be serious, you never catch him. Besides, my involvement in this is over, so Ra's just lets Batman go. But Ra's did it because he felt responsible for Jason's death. And Ra's was also the one that hired Joker as a distraction for his scheme. But he couldn't, you know, he just realized that he couldn't control what the Joker was doing. But all the way back to Gotham, Batman ends up finding out that the Joker has abducted all 8 of Red Hood's crime bosses, including Black Mask and his assistant. You know, the Joker's like seeing something, and you know, putting gasoline on them. This is one way to get attention. He's like, I'm gonna light you up. And the light is not working. And Red Hood shows up. Jason basically wants revenge and wants to kill the Joker for what he did to him. And you know, Joker, never takes anything. So he's like, can you hold on for a minute? I need to turn this light on. And he's like, oh, well, we'll warm up the situation. And he knew he was supposed to burn them till Batman is, I guess, able to get this spray or whatever from the Batwing, this water spray, and stops them from getting on fire. And, he tries to grab Joker, but Joker and the Batwing. But Red Hood reveals to Joker that he planned this. He wanted to do this Black Mask so that he can get revenge on Joker the whole time. Yeah, fire return. Okay, stop the fire. That does work. The Red Hood grabs, onto the Joker, because Batman's got onto the Batwing, but Joker grabs it. They land in the water, but he grabs the Joker. And he takes Joker's like, I know what you did to me. Here's him in Crime Alley, and he gets the crowbar, and he starts beating the Joker to death with it. Batman shows up at this abandoned farm. Batman eventually shows up and has a memory of, when he first met Jason Todd as a kid, in Crime Alley, when he was trying to steal his cars. Red Hood's like memories, and him and Red Hood have a fight. He's almost able to stab Batman, and he gives Batman a stab right here. Eventually, pulls Batman's mask off and revealing, his face, Bruce Wayne. And so Red Hood's like, okay. And he's like, Jason, I could have helped you. He's like, well, Bruce, you made me this way, for this what happened to me. And they fight a little more, even in the bathroom fight scene. And Red Hood's getting his ass kicked. Before Batman can do anything, Red Hood pulls a gun and has a talk with Batman, revealing that he has Joker, and says, why don't you kill this piece of garbage? And Batman reveals, deep down, yeah, I want to kill the Joker. I really want to kill him. I want to torture him, beat him for all he's done, but you know what? I won't do it. I can't cross that line. There's no going back. You lose yourself. A part of your soul is just gone. Something like that, Batman says. But Jason also said that he forgave Bruce for not saving him. Just mad that he lets the Joker live. Basically, Batman says there'll be no going back to that point. When you cross that line, once you commit murder, there's no going back for you. Then Jason gets a gun like, Batman, you're going to shoot himself. Batman's like, no, I'm not. Batman walks away, but Jason's going to shoot him, so Batman moves quickly from the bullet and has this little batarang or whatever, is over it and hit the bullet with it and blows into Jason's hand and hurt his finger. It's a small batarang to the barrel of the gun. It explodes, Then Jason sets off these planted bombs in the room. And then there's like, we're all gonna die. Batman! We're all gonna go, and he chokes Batman, and Batman gets him off. The bomb fuses. Joker, it's just impressed to hear all this. And amusing when he's, after the bomb's he's got all this rapture and, not rapture, but this building, pieces of it on him. Just, still alive, just, and Batman, catches him and sends him back to Arkham. Batman still keeps Jason's Robin costume in the Batcave because somehow he felt guilty for what happened to Jason. He couldn't save him, that he was responsible, that he loves him like his son because he really never had a parental figure, and Bruce was to him a father. So, but he still wants to help him. And then you have a flashback at the end of where Jason Todd's first day is Robin putting on the costume and being excited by it. Saying it's the best day of his life, and after seeing that memory, the movie ends there. I guess you could assume that Ray, flies somewhere at the end, and I guess you could say, Jason will continue going to be Red Hood, but Batman still wants to help him. But that's the thing in the movie, that flashback, Jason becoming Robin for the first time, and, well, that's all I can say about the movie, and that's the end of Batman Under the Red Hood. Yeah, not a very long movie, like I said, 75 minutes. It's only 1 hour 15 minutes long. It feels like a short movie. But I'll go ahead and give my final opinion on this movie. I love Batman Under the Red Hood. I think it's awesome. I don't think of any issues I have with it, but I think the story is really good. I think Jason Todd is a good character. Yeah, you could say he's a bit of a douche. I do agree with that. Even in here, he does seem like, as a teenager, see more of him, he was just being an ass, But it was cool to see Nightwing in here, and Joker. Joker looks awesome in the movie. Of course, Mark Hamill will always be the voice of Joker to me. Bruce Greenwood as Batman, he did a good job with the voice. I like the story about Jason Todd and, Batman having to go up against Red Hood, and him, now following Batman's moral code, and doing with Batman's history of that. It is Jason Todd, and him trying to bring Jason back from the dark side and feeling responsible for what happened to him. But it has a very interesting story. I love how they do destroy the Red Hood, and it'd be cool to see it in live action someday. But there was good action in it. The animation is great. The music score I always find memorable. It is good, but it's nothing memorable. To me, the most memorable Batman scores I can think of are still Mask of the Phantasm, Sub-Zero, and Return of the Joker. Those have the most memorable, I think, soundtracks. The music score, I don't really remember much about it. It's good. I can't really find it memorable. It's good. I think the soundtrack is better. I would say it is better, definitely. This one was better than Batman Mystery of the Batwoman, in my opinion. Do I like it more than Batman Gotham Knight? Probably, yeah, to be honest. Yeah, I like it more than that. Anything else? The directing and the writing I thought was really good. The action scenes are really good. The stories were good. The film was really good paced. It's, like I said, 75 minutes long, 1 hour 15 minutes, about, I believe. It's not that long of a movie, but there is blood and gore in it. And for PG-13, it does have violent content, some references. Yeah. But it does get violent. There is action in it and brutality. So you do see blood in here, But yeah, it's pretty brutal for a movie. Especially, Jason Todd's death. That's pretty brutal to watch. But it was just an awesome movie. Really good story. I like seeing that there was a second Robin who became a villain who, went against Batman's code and Batman has to take him on. And it's very cool between the scenes with him, with Jason Todd. That was really good, But it's a really good movie, a good story, great film, one of the best Batman films in my opinion. Definitely one of the best Batman stories of the Red Hood. Red Hood is a really good villain who, like Batman, wants to fight crime, but he basically, kills. He's a murderer, but, But overall, all I can say is Batman Under the Red Hood, awesome movie, great movie. I don't know what else I can say about it. Like I said, the adult Jason, I don't like too much. I do think he's a bit of a douche. And the music score is not very memorable, but it's good. The animation, action is great. I think I've touched upon all that. But it is a great movie. So if you're definitely a Batman fan, I recommend it. It's great. But alright. Well, that's all I can say about it. I'm going to give Batman Under the Red Hood a thumbs up. And my rating for this film, I'll give it 5 out of 5 stars, despite those 2 issues I have. It's 2 minor issues, but despite that, I love this movie. It's great. 5 out of 5 stars for Batman Under the Red Hood. And thumbs up. And you guys, tell me in the comments down below, what do you think of Batman Under the Red Hood? Do you agree with me? Do you love this movie? Have you seen it? Do you love it? Or do you hate it? If you hate it, that's fine. If you don't like the movie, that's completely fine. We all have our different opinions, and I always look forward to hearing people telling me their different opinions. I always want to hear, different opinions. I love hearing that, because everybody's different, and on my channel, when you comment, you can comment and tell me you hate any movie. It's fine with me. It's called difference of opinion. It's all opinions here. No facts, just opinions. And you are most welcome to give your opinion. So, let me know, guys, what do you thought of Batman Under the Red Hood if you've seen it. What do you think of this movie in your opinion? Yes. And, so my rating for the film once again is 5 out of 5 stars and a thumbs up. Alright, the next Batman review animated review will be Batman. This came out in 2011. That is Batman Year One. That is next. Batman Year One is next. So that'll be the next Batman animated review. I believe so. Yeah. Yes, okay, it is next. Just have to make positive of it. Yeah. But guys, anyway, let me know in the comments down below, what do you think of Batman Under the Red Hood? In your opinion, I hope you enjoyed this review. Thanks for watching, like, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned. Hopefully more Batman animated reviews. Hopefully 3 more tomorrow. This one and 2 other Batman animated movies, and hopefully maybe one on Sunday. Maybe. It just depends on the time. And so, but Batman Year One is my next Batman animated review. So stay tuned for this. Batman Year One is next. Yeah. Next Batman animated review. So thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Have a good night. Or a good day, wherever you're at. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.